as liberty continues.
I beat them. I have beat the rebels.
The British victory turns to desperation.
I never dreamed I would be left to make my way through this hostile countryside, surrounded by enemies, without any cooperation from New York.
Burgoyne curses America, and Franklin charms France.
We have formed a treaty with the French. This alliance will serve to keep the English bull quiet and make him behave himself.
You're watching PBS.
The series Liberty, the American Revolution is available on videocassette as a 3-volume set. The companion book to Liberty has more than 250 color images and is written by historian Thomas Fleming. The soundtrack includes the music of Mark O'Connor, Wynton Marsalis, Yo-Yo Ma, and James Taylor. All are available by calling PBS Home Video at 1-800-828-4PBS.
Liberty, the American Revolution is brought to you by Norwest, banking, mortgage, and consumer finance. We care about our communities and the value of education and are proud to support this series. Norwest to the nth degree. Major funding is also provided by the National Endowment for the Humanities, expanding America's understanding of who we were, who we are, and who we will be. The Arthur Vining Davis Foundations. The Eberly Foundation, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and by annual financial support from viewers like you.
In an age of kings, nothing is more feared than an idea that's time has come.
America is bound to yield obedience.
An idea that would ignite a revolution.
This is but the first scene of what may be a great tragedy.
America shall make a stand, not for herself alone, but for the world.
Liberty, the American Revolution.
Tune in tomorrow at 8 on NJN.
Every time they went around a bend in the river, they had a surprise in front of them.
She's tending to this infant and carrying it almost the entire expedition on her back.
Places that no white people had ever been before.
They came and they decided what to do. Let's kill them.
You wouldn't dare write it that way. But it happened.
Director Ken Burns presents Lewis and Clark. You won't want to miss it Wednesday at 9 on NJN.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Christopherson, and thanks to our growing circle of members, your contributions to NJN's recent pledge drive help us continue to provide quality programs significant to the people and places of New Jersey. We invite you to stay tuned to NJN Public Television as you experience the best of PBS and discover new programs that make NJN uniquely New Jersey.
Hi, I'm Hella Young, and here are tonight's winning New Jersey lottery numbers.
New Jersey Lottery, it pays to dream.
I'm Chris Farrell, host of Right on the Money, the new series that answers your questions about personal finance. Each week, I help people who have the same questions you do. What's a 401k? How do I put my kids through college? Will I have enough when I retire? And in our first show, different money styles. How to resolve them with your partner. It's personal finance made easy to understand and fun. We'll show you how to be right on the money.
That's tonight at 11 on NJN.
The overall death toll now is 68.
Sporadic gunfire could be heard throughout the area.
Rebels are being crushed, and Russian losses are small.
Intensive diplomacy sought to bring the two sides together.
This tragedy was inevitable. They knew it would happen, and it will happen again.
Officials examined their painfully thin bodies.
There have been no reports of casualties from the airstrikes. It developed a fierce rivalry.
On Nova, lost at sea, no land in sight. No modern tools. The search for longitude on Nova.
Join us Wednesday at 8 on NJN Public Television.
WNJT Trenton.
3.
I'm the senior producer of Caucus. It's something that I see as an extension of teaching.
5.
The research that you do sort of adds juice and enthusiasm and excitement to what you bring into the classroom. Part of the excitement of teaching is also learning. I think people who go into teaching are people who like to learn.
Up next on Right on the Money, understanding your homeowner's insurance policy. Find out if Phil, Julie, and their daughter Natalie had enough coverage when a fire damaged most of their home.
You can see it right there.
And consumer advocate Amy Bach addresses the classic insurance conflict.
The consumer always wants things to be done faster than the insurance company. The insurance company wants to take their time, make sure that they pay out as little as they need to.
Author Janet Bamford will teach you how to get the best coverage for your home and how to make sure you get your money's worth when you make that claim.
Videotape everything slowly, methodically, top to bottom.
And tips on fire safety from Fire Marshal Steve.
I really hate to see these things in people's homes.
All that and more coming up on Right on the Money, the show you can't afford to miss.
Right on the Money with business journalist and commentator Chris Farrell. Funding for Right on the Money is provided by IHateFinancialPlanning.com.
IHateFinancialPlanning.com. For people who love money but hate planning.
Funding for Right on the Money is provided by ReliaStar.
With a sea of financial choices today, it can be confusing. That's why ReliaStar is supporting this program. Because it pays to understand. ReliaStar.
At first glance, this looks like a pretty safe home, but you'll be surprised what I can find here. Good wiring is important, and metal conduit is the best. Once a month, test your smoke detector, and at least once a year, change the batteries. Here at the clothes dryer... I'm sorry, one more time. Action. Here at the clothes dryer... Action. Here at the clothes dryer, you've got to keep the lymph trap down.
The lymph node's clean.
A video cassette of this episode of Right on the Money, insuring your home, call 1-888-MONEY-79 or send $24.95 to Right on the Money, Box 55742, Indianapolis, Indiana 46205.
I've been covering the news for 20 years in this state, and I bring all of that to the job on a daily basis. So that certainly gives me a perspective. Our focus, our mandate, is New Jersey. And we're out there every day seeking out New Jersey for New Jerseyans. I love this state. I love the people in the state. I love the job that I do, and it really does matter. And I guess that's just all part of Kent Manahan.
The overall death toll now is 68.
Sporadic gunfire could be heard throughout the area.
The rebels are being crushed, and Russian losses are small.
Intensive diplomacy sought to bring the two sides together.
This tragedy was inevitable. They knew it would happen, and it will happen again.
Officials examined their painfully thin bodies.
There have been no reports of casualties from the airstrikes. Developed a fierce rivalry.
WNJT Trenton.
Local funding for To the Contrary is made possible on NJN by NAWBO, the National Association of Women Business Owners, the only association exclusively for women business owners.
This program is brought to you by Mitsubishi, makers of the 2000 Galant.
And by AT&T Business Services, everyone and everything working together in a whole new way to make your business succeed. Additional funding provided by the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, the Ford Foundation, the Alfred P. Sloan Foundation, Pacific Bell FBC, and U.S. Airways.
A survey out this past week says white adolescent males are increasingly opposed to abortion rights, but a survey out 2 weeks prior to that shows 20-somethings are more interested in sex than committed relationships. How do we reconcile the two?
Teenage boys have the luxury of black and white thinking, but that's not a luxury that 20-something women have.
Sex and commitment, those were always anomalies as far as I could remember for the 20-somethings.
Growing up in an era of AIDS and divorce, some 20-somethings are likely to run from commitment, others towards it.
You know, all I hear about are rights, not the responsibilities. The old adage still holds. If you're going to play, you got to pay.
I'm Bonnie Bay. Welcome to the Contrary, a discussion of news and social trends from a variety of women's perspectives. Make sure you don't miss this exciting show, and whether your views are in agreement or to the contrary, please join us next time and visit our website at pbs.org/TTC. I've often heard it said that the real mark of a truly honorable society and just society is how it treats its weakest members. And I think that animals are the weakest members, and I think, you know, now that we've come to agreement pretty much that women's rights are human rights, I think we can also agree that, or may get to the point where we'll consider that human rights, that we should also be looking at rights for animals because they can't defend themselves.
This program is brought to you by Mitsubishi. Brings you the redesigned 2000 Montero Sport.
And by AT&T Business Services, everyone and everything working together in a whole new way to make your business succeed. Additional funding provided by the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, the Ford Foundation, the Alfred P. Sloan Foundation, Pacific Bell FBC, and U.S. Airways. For videotapes of To the Contrary, please contact Federal News Service at 1-888-343-1940.
This is PBS.
In an age of kings, nothing is more feared than an idea that's time has come.
America is bound to yield obedience.
An idea that would ignite a revolution.
This is but the first scene of what may be a great tragedy.
America shall make a stand, not for herself alone, but for the world.
Liberty, the American Revolution.
Tune in tomorrow at 8 on NJN. Visit your PBS station site to see what's on when. Learn what's going on where. Find what interests you. PBS.org and your PBS station. Made for viewers and surfers just like you.
Just after it gets dark out, before the fireworks begin this 4th of July, you will see an exquisite 3-day-old crescent moon hovering in the west. But after the fireworks, if you're far from city lights, you'll be able to see the Milky Way at its absolute best, looking like a faint ribbon of light running all the way from the due south horizon up through Scorpius and Sagittarius to the very top of the sky itself, and back down to the summer triangle and Cassiopeia to the northeast horizon. And if you have a pair of binoculars, you will see that the Milky Way is composed of millions of pinpoints of light, each of which is a distant star, a distant sun, not unlike our own. I'm Jack Horkheimer. Keep looking.
Jack Horkheimer's Stargazer is brought to you in part by Orion Telescopes and Binoculars.
Hi, I'm Hella Young, and here are tonight's winning New Jersey lottery numbers.
New Jersey Lottery, it pays to dream.
WNJT Trenton.